Big Brian from Texas, Tony
How's it
D
going?
from Georgia, and of course JoJo, Mr. B from the Boogie Down, and I'm representing not too far from JoJo in Long Island, Nassau County. Guys, how you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing
Riding
good.
the wave, trying to stay out the grade, man. What's going on? What's up, Anthony? You got
Oh, man, I'm great, man.
Anthony Davis, what's going on, man?
You opening the gates at 165, 166. I see you, big bro. I see you.
Yup.
Oh man, yo, it's a crazy week. Big shout out to Mr. B, JoJo for allowing us to be a part of that fight. Awesome.
I got no words for it, man. That thing was something, yo.
Yeah. Is it too soon to say? Was that like the fight of the decade, or was that just a fight of the year, or was that just a good fight?
I can say it like this. That's going down as one of your top 5 best fights of the year.
Okay.
Of the decade, that might actually get there. It might sit there. Thinking about it, we see how the year. We got to see how the following years go. But between what happened? Let me see. Now think about it. In heavyweight history, yeah. And as far as the heavyweights go,
I put it right now over the
right
past 10
back,
years.
yeah.
We got to put Triple G in them up there over the past 10 years. But right now, this decade is just starting. So it's a standard. I would say I would give it a standard for this decade.
Okay.
But over the previous 10, the Triple G Canelo fights. I'm
those
not
fights
counting the Mayweather fights. I can't count the Mayweather fights. Those were fights, not like what I saw. Not like what we saw this past weekend. That was a real fight. Those were two big dudes fighting until they was out of breath and Wilder ran out before Fury did. But Fury, to me, had that reach.
Fight.
He had that reach, but Wilder was taking them blows. I'm not taking nothing away from him. I don't care who says what. He was taking them blows, bro. And he didn't go down until he went down. He did lose to a better man, but that man has no need to feel any shame whatsoever. And nobody in the street can be talking no junk to him. Because he still got something for you. Win or lose. You ain't Fury, so you ain't got enough to take him out. Remember that, for real. Fury's a big dude. Let's be clear. He's a very big dude. But both of them was giving each other the business.
Word.
You good, Anthony. I see you. You good.
Yeah. And on top of that, the news came out earlier today. Wilder broke his hand. He broke his right hand.
Had to be.
He broke the middle finger metacarpal. So that's like right here.
Right.
He broke that somewhere in the 6th. So he's carried that, somewhere around the 6th. I think, around the 6th or so. He broke that.
So there has to be another fight.
He broke it, but still battled through. I think he was really, as I was saying, he was really trying to land that right hand on Fury. Yes. By any means necessary. He wanted to put that man away.
And I can't front. If he had a broken hand and he was fighting with a broken hand, there has to be another fight.
I would give him a number 4. I would say
you got to get a number 4, yeah.
I would say that. I mean, I give him even more credit. You know how you knew something was up, like 7th, 8th round. It was like I said, yo. Between that and the fact that I think he needs to work on his legs because it seemed like he was gassed.
Yeah,
at the point
that's the issue. Yeah,
that's an ongoing issue with him.
If him being gassed is an issue, because Southern Night Smoke was saying during the broadcast, he put out too much energy too early.
Yeah. Looking for the KO.
Now, for me, it wasn't so much about a TKO as much as it was just trying to wear him down.
Right.
It just didn't look like it worked. Now, if he was fighting with a broken hand, that gives us an answer on what was going on. And mind you, he still fought. We never knew.
Right.
So I got to give him number 4 for fighting too empty.
Yeah. That's what I said, man.
Because, now, we got to figure out why he was bleeding out his ear. I'm worried about that injury more. I'm more concerned about that than anything. When you're bleeding out your ear, that's not good. You're not going to have no
cracked. You got cracked. That's the second time. That's the second time that happened.
He don't need to fight no more. No, he don't need to fight no more. He won't mess around and kill himself. No, sir. No, sir.
T-Roni in the
T-Roni.
Hey,
house.
Ronnie,
Ronnie
what's
is in
up?
the
What's happening?
building. Oh, snap.
Yeah.
We have
Because
T-Ronnie
he talked
sighting.
about that too, the equilibrium problems he was suffering in the
Right.
middle of the fight. That's the
Yeah.
same thing that happened to him the second fight. That happened to
Right.
him too a few years back as well, where he's getting cracked either in the ear or behind the ear, and it gets thrown off seriously in the middle of the fight.
That's it.
So I
That's
give him a lot of credit. There's a lot of things that's going on, and seeing the way he's taking the damage in the fights,
Yes.
it's yeah, to see him, not only to see him take the damage, but how he's reacting in the middle of the fight is
Right.
kind of crazy. His legs end up unstable, but they end up unstable kind of bad. We see the same thing with Anthony Joshua
Ugh.
Okay.
a little bit.
Okay.
The difference there though is that Deontay, oh yeah, there's a bit of a difference here. Deontay has to finesse, has to get a little bit more finesse, a little bit more technical in his fighting. He does fight somewhat technical. Some people will argue, oh, he does fight, but he's not always trying to pop high and low with the jabs and do certain things. He's always trying to set up his right hand. He comes in with the mindset of, yo, I'm going to try to set up and land this hand clean. You're going down. He's fought so many guys. He's never really got challenged the way he has against a guy like Fury. Other than that dude Ortiz. That big, yeah, the big homie Ortiz, the Cuban dude, yeah.
So to our
had those
combat
injuries.
sports aficionado that we have on the panel, did Deontay Wilder make the right choice getting rid of Mark Breland as his trainer or not? Did you see a huge upgrade from the second fight to the third fight?
Heart wise, well, let me think about that. Okay, I give you an answer. The switch up in the coaches, I guess more so he wanted the freedom to go out in his own shield. He did get that confidence boost from his from this dude here. I forget his name, but he got more of the confidence boost coming into this fight, and he fought a lot more sharper. I think he could have done that a lot more with Breland. I think he could have done that with Breland. It would have been a lot better if he would have had both coaches there. If he would have had both men by his side, where he has those, where he could work, get those fundamentals, be more comfortable, and they have a measure in the middle. But I will say there was a bit more of a oomph in this fight here because he was able to do a lot more. He didn't have to worry about we throwing throwing the towel in, or we worry. They let him go out in his shield, and that's where we seen the best Wilder.
I gotta admit
What the
something. If
Fury
he's
out
had
of
those
Wilder.
head injuries, if he's had those head injuries more than once, like you said, he doesn't need to fight anymore. We don't want him dead.
No.
We don't want him
That'd be
dead. We want to see.
problematic.
I see you, Mike. What's going on, bro?
What's going on,
What
Mike?
up, Mike?
We want to see the fight. We want to see the soldier. But dude, don't kill yourself. We're going to draw the line with these athletes knocking themselves out of damn life.
Yeah.
We talk it as an exaggeration, but I think what we've seen more with a lot of these athletes who get these injuries, they can't come back for some of the intensity that we demand. So I don't want to see no athlete go out like that. The man's bleeding out of his ear. And then you just spoke on him having those injuries more than once when his equilibrium be off. That may be what's wrong with his legs. Now he's got a broken hand. Come on, y'all. Wilder. Y'all put Wilder in the Hall of Fame and just stop it. It's good. He's good.
This is why I say. That's why I say, if he comes back to fight Fury, he has to take like a year off or two. To get into another fight, he has to take a year off, man. He has to take a year off.
He's got to heal.
A year or two.
He's got to build.
To get that brain, man, to get his brain together, man.
I would just say just call it a career.
Remember, he's 35.
That too. And you know what I mean? Heavyweights have longevity in a way, but as you mentioned, when you take your certain hits, man, certain things getting messed up, you might have to think twice about, your next couple steps moving forward, in your career. If he manages to come back, though, take the time off, heal up all these things, and the first thing you sign up for is a fight with that guy Andy Ruiz, man.
Yes.
Go against that little dude right there. Find Ruiz and attack that man for all your life's worth because yo, you need a good rebound fight, man. He's out there, and whoever wins between Joshua and Usyk are gonna be out there. They keep talking about Dillian White. Dillian White's just this guy. He's good, but he's kind of been like, you know what I mean? When he's getting to that top, he ends up getting knocked. So we'll see how Dillian White does, because he's supposed to be the next guy breaking out to fight these U.S. guys. You know what I mean? Last time, I think he fought Povetkin. Povetkin knocked him out. Then he beat the brakes off of Povetkin, which is funny because the first time he fought Povetkin, he was winning, and then he just got knocked out clean out of nowhere. But the second one, he destroyed him. So I guess he's going to fight whoever, and then that's going to happen. That heavyweight division in boxing, man, is so weird because it's like probably like 5 to 10 guys, and then it's just the rest of the division. Yeah, skill-wise, when you think about it. Even though Deontay Wilder still got to work technique-wise, work the technicals, the fundamentals a bit more, he's still a top guy.
Absolutely.
He's a top guy. Joshua's the top guy. Of course, Fury's the top guy with the lineal title. But, yeah, he's the top guy. You know how I feel about that lineal title, man.
Right.
They just gave him a belt just to say, like, yo, here's your belt, man. But, yeah.
Here's your belt. Shut up now.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
And leave Joshua alone.
They didn't want the drama to go on. So, you know what I mean? Because people felt that, you know, he never lost the title. So
right.
And you have Joshua, you know what I mean? Usyk now just jumped out of nowhere, out of cruiserweight, to become practically all the titles there right now. So, you know what I mean? It's a funny landscape right now in that heavyweight division.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Very entertaining.
Go ahead.
Very entertaining. But to be truthful, by the end of the 10th round, where he like almost fell through the ropes, I was like, okay, I'm ready for this thing to be over.
Yeah. Honest to God, I thought when Fury got knocked down those 2 times, I said, Jesus Christ, this might be it.
Yeah, I saw that. I heard you.
I was bugging. I said, no, this can't be happening. I think I asked Ted and I asked Mike. I said, yo, you think I did too much on the stream?
No, he was good.
Yo, I was losing my mind. Yo.
That was pure emotion. That was pure emotion. That's what's
yo. I was losing my mind, and I'm like, yo, this is how I am when I see fights that I really am interested in, like I really care for, man. Like you hear it, I would just tweak, man, just totally bug out. But yeah, man, it's just one of those fights. But that's how I feel about how far as the heavyweight division goes. We're gonna look and see. I think early next year. I think Joshua's looking for Usyk. And we'll see either mid to late 2022. Deontay's thinking about coming back. I say take the whole time off, man. And probably wait till 2023.
Take the whole year off.
Well, they're going to need somebody big. They'll need somebody big by January. They'll need somebody big during tax season. When people starting to get their money back, they'll spend it on. So we'll be on Haps. Waiting on JoJo for the broadcast.
Right. So what's happening this weekend? What's happening this weekend with the Bellator card? Like, what are some of the things we should look for in the main card?
We got 2 cards this weekend. We got the UFC card and the Bellator card. But I think the Bellator card is being slept on, though.
Okay.
It's a really good card, man. Bellator 268. It's the semifinals of the light heavyweight Grand Prix. As you know, we mentioned it. Anthony Rumble Johnson was supposed to fight against Vadim Nemkov, but due to him having this sick bacteria, man, he had this insane bacteria buildup that was going on. They were pumping his stomach. This dude had like freaking beakers full of some cloudy bacteria that was just building up in his. You know what I mean? It was nuts. So he couldn't do it. So instead, they filled the void with a man by the name of Julius Anglickas. Anglickas has been in Bellator for a few years, not that long now. 3 fights, 3 wins by decision. Also, he had a run in the UFC on the Contender Series. He had won the Contender Series fight, and I thought he was going to pick up a contract, but Dana said nah in 2019. So he's been pretty good. 10-1, as I said, but he's fighting Vadim Nemkov, who's not only in the Grand Prix, he is the light heavyweight champion. And as the Grand Prix rules go, if you're the champion, you defend the title in all your fights as long as you're champion there. So this is also a title fight. Vadim Nemkov is 14-2 out of Russia, the protege of the greatest heavyweight fighter in MMA history, Fedor Emelianenko. Emelianenko did it throughout the whole the steroid era. You know what I mean? That man destroyed so many people. Kevin Randleman dumped him on his head one time. Thought damn near he broke his neck and ended him, but no, he came back. But I digress. Vadim is very skilled. He's everything like his teacher. Fast guy, nasty hands, good footwork, deceptively fast. Knows how to finish fights by any means. I'm looking forward to that. But the co-main event is going to be the interesting one. Me and Mike mentioned it with Mike on Wednesday that this could either be a very fun and competitive fight, or this could be a snooze fest. Ryan Bader and Corey Anderson, 2 guys formerly from the UFC. Ryan Bader, man, out of Arizona. Trained out of Arizona, if I remember correctly. 28-6. Corey Anderson, 15-5. Corey Anderson trains, if I remember correctly, with the what's that gym? Kennel Fight Club. A little bit. He trained sometime with Frankie Edgar and some other guys here and there. As I said, Ryan Bader, former Bellator champion, big time wrestling stud. Both these dudes are 2 solid wrestlers. Ryan Bader got a high level collegiate wrestling. Corey Anderson, I think so too. Both of these guys can throw hands. Bader's more, Corey Anderson's more the tighter boxer of the 2. Good combinations, good pressing, cage control. He likes to do a lot of the clinching up against the cage, though. A lot of stifling stuff. Could be boring at times, but it's good to see how he does things, though. While Ryan Bader, he has the same style, but he has the KO ability. He has a sick KO ability, man. His left straight hook. Yes, I said that straight hook. It's a weird punch where he throws straight like this, but then it hooks off like this. He dropped Fedor with that and actually won the heavyweight Grand Prix. He's dropped a lot of people with that. But he also has a nasty right hand that he's willing to throw. But his left is very critical. Very fun fight there, man, for the main and the co-main. But Benson Henderson is also there as well. He's fighting Brett Primus. Henderson was the former UFC lightweight champion, probably one of the more underrated lightweight champions. You know what I mean? Currently on a 2-fight losing streak. He lost to Michael Chandler in Chandler's last fight, and then he lost to Jason Jackson at welterweight because Benson's been trying to do the lightweight welterweight thing, just trying to fight for a title. He's been a little disgruntled because he didn't get to be in this vacant title match that's coming up soon. He's fighting Brent Primus, who's a former Bellator champion. Brent Primus is pretty good guy, man. High level wrestling, high level grappler. Same thing with Henderson too. He could wrestle and grapple. It's a good fight at 155, man. I think whoever wins this fight might be on their way to getting a lightweight title shot because Patricio Pitbull, who had the lightweight title, he vacated the title. So his brother can actually fight for the title, which is interesting. But that's going to be the scoop there. And then the card opens up with Henry Corrales versus Vladislav Parubchenko. Chenko 16-2. Henry Corrales is 18-6. Corrales is a frisky dude, man. Good wrestler, but demolishes people with his boxing, man. Vladislav Parubchenko, he's a bit of a grappler. he's okay with his striking. Nothing really insane, but his ground game is pretty solid. So be on the lookout for that. That's at featherweight. Also, if you trying to catch the prelims will be earlier. I think 7 o'clock on YouTube, 7 Eastern. They got Maria Henderson versus Colette Santiago. Mohamed Berkamov, who's 14-1 versus Jaleel Willis. Jalen Bates. Keep your eye on him if you're watching the prelims. Jalen Bates, Lance Gibson Jr., and Sumiko Inaba are going to be the fights that you want to watch. Jalen Bates is 3-0, fighting Rafael Montini. Jalen Bates has a nasty jiu-jitsu game. Very funky because he mixes it up with pretty insane striking and some nice wrestling. Rafael Montini is a little bit of a grappler striker. Should be an interesting fight. I think this will be Montini's debut here at bantamweight. Lance Gibson Jr. will be fighting at lightweight. He's the undefeated lightweight out of Canada versus Raymond Pena. I don't know much about Pena, but Lance Gibson Jr., as I mentioned about all Canadian fighters, high-level striking, solid grappling skill, whether it's wrestling or BJJ. It's crazy. I don't know how they get so good, man, but they do that. Sumiko Inaba and Randy Fields will be fighting at women's flyweight. Sumiko Inaba out of Hawaii, 2-0. She's pretty lady, but dangerous, man. That girl got hands. Randy Fields, 2-0 out of Canada. As I mentioned about the same thing with Gibson Jr., solid striking skills, but we got to see how the grappling does. They also have a middleweight fight, Javier Torres versus Gregory Millard. Torres is 11-5. Gregory Millard is 12-6. Bobby Lee, who's 12-6, will be fighting Nick Brown at middleweight. Nick Brown is 11-1. And Sullivan Cauley, who's 1-0, will be fighting Dion Cash, who's also 1-0. That's going to be at light heavyweight. And an alternate fight, I guess, will be taking place. Carl Albrechtsen versus Jesus Christ, give me a minute as I try to load up for this name.
I was about to say, when you found out you got a name you can't pronounce. After all these names, you done shouted out here.
Davletson Yagshimuradov. There you go. Davletson Yagshimuradov. There you go.
Makes me want to go ahead and go to Russia.
Right.
So that's gonna be the the light heavyweight alternate fight because that's the only light heavyweight fight outside of the co-main and the main. So that means that's going to be an alternate. So in case somebody gets injured, one of these two guys will probably fill in. But yeah, that's going to be the Bellator card. The UFC card, I'll just tell y'all the main card real quick. I'm going to run with Julian Marquez versus Jordan Wright at middleweight. Manon Fiorot, 7-1 versus Mayra Bueno Silva, who's 7-1. If you want a little back info, Julian Marquez out of Syndicate MMA. Jordan Wright's out of Jackson Winklejohn. Jordan Wright's a pretty good kickboxer. Julian Marquez is a damn menace. He's just a menace. I don't know what else to say. That's a big brute. He throws crazy strikes, random as hell. He has a solid chin, and he knows how to dig deep, man. Comes back with this weird, like, cardio second wind type strength and gets some of these victories. It's going to be a good fight, though. But no, Furias, as I said, 7-1. Mario Bueno Silva is finesse versus power. Bueno Silva representing the old school shooter box. Manon Furia representing that clean French kickboxing skills, man. The girl's been on a tear since stepping into the UFC, man. The OG Jim Miller is fighting Eric Gonzalez. Jim Miller, 32-16. One of the top earners of Fight of the Night Performance Awards. Eric Gonzalez, the young blood's going to come in here and see what he could do at 155. Then we got Andre Arlovsky, the OG as well, 31-20, former UFC heavyweight champion. Fought for Affliction at one time, the UFC. Bless you. Bless you. And Strikeforce, there you go. Fighting Carlos Felipe. 11-1 out of Brazil. Big guy, insane cardio, man. I don't know what's going on. But also, as I always like to say, when Andre Arlovsky's fighting, shout out to that man's agent, his manager. That man's getting him 6-figure contracts. I don't understand how. This man is like He's in his 40s, but this man's still collecting 6 figures in fights.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Major props to him, yo. And I'm Norma
He doesn't
Dumont.
have an endorsement for his mouthpieces?
I'm not. If so, it's not, I don't think it's for the UFC. It's probably outside elsewhere. But yo, I don't know, man. But he's making that bread. He's living his dream. You ever see his house? His house is nice. He got pit bulls with heads the size of ours. That thing is ridiculous, yo.
Bad heads.
And the main event is what the whole card revolves around. Norma Dumont versus Aspen Ladd. Norma Dumont. She had lost her debut to Megan Anderson out of Brazil. She's 6-1 right now. She lost the debut, but since then she's on a 2-fight winning streak, beating Ashley Evans Smith at bantamweight, but then moving up to featherweight to beat the former Invicta champion Felicia Spencer. The girl is strong. As I mentioned during the week, the Norma Dumont that you've seen fight Megan Anderson looks and performs totally different from the Norma Dumont that you see fighting now. Aspen Ladd got her hands full. She's been in Invicta before, but now she's in the UFC. Aspen Ladd is pretty good, man. Pretty good when it comes to the groundwork. I'm a fan of hers, but her stand-up is iffy. But when she takes chicks to the ground, she's relentless. So this will be her first fight at 145 because she missed the weight about 2 weeks ago. She couldn't make the weight. When she tried to cut the weight to 135, she looked horrible. So UFC's giving her a shot here in hopes, and I'm gonna be honest to y'all, in hopes that one of these two could look good, so they can have a fight with Amanda Nunes and keep Amanda Nunes in the UFC and pay her good money so she can continue to perform, because they can't afford to have Amanda Nunes leave the UFC right now. But other than that, man, they have a good prelim card as well. Hey, yo. Yeah, so the prelims is okay. I'll run it real quick. Ariane Carnelossi, 13-2 versus Estela Nunes, 7-1. Brandon Davis, 14-8 versus Denan Badgerall, 9-2. The first 2 fights is at one's at strawweight and the one's at bantamweight. Ludovic Klein, that we kind of have a feeling, me and Mike have a feeling on winning. He's gonna fight Nate Landwehr. Landwehr is a crazy redneck dude, man. Wild out, but it's gonna be a fun fight between these two guys. Lupita Godinez is looking to break UFC history as being the first person to have the fastest turnaround. That record was held by Hamza Chimaev for 10 days. This is gonna be 7 days. If she could win this fight here, it'll be the fastest back-to-back win streak so far. Yeah. She's fighting Luana Carolina, who's 7-2. Godinez is 6-1. Godinez is a solid wrestler. Nasty hands. Luana Carolina got crazy reach. Pretty solid output. But we're going to see what happens there, man. Danny Roberts out the UK, 17-5, fights Ramzan Ameev out of Russia, the Dagestani fighter. Y'all know the deal. Striking and wrestling. I don't know if Danny Roberts' takedown defense is going to hold up, but he's been training with Sanford MMA out in Florida. Home of guys like Robbie Lawler now. Kamaru Usman came out that camp, who's the current UFC welterweight champ. Gilbert Burns. A couple guys there, man, but we'll see. Andrew Sanchez fights Bruno Silva in a middleweight bout. And that's the premier prelim bout there. Andrew Sanchez 12-6, Bruno Silva 20-6. Both of these guys can strike. Bruno Silva is a big old monster, but we'll see what happens, man. And as other things go, I'm wearing the t-shirt. One got an event tomorrow morning.
8:30 in the morning again?
Yeah, it's gonna be early. And guess what? I'm home. So you know what that means? I'm watching it. I'm here, man. The main card starts at 8:30, but I think the actual whole card starts at 7 a.m. in the morning. So okay. I will be up and I will watch because they stuck my dude, man. They stuck my homie. Hold on, let me pull this up real quick. They stuck my homie, Joe Nadawat, man, in the prelims, which is insane. But I'm just gonna shorten this real quick. But shout out to One because One is pretty cool.
One is pretty cool.
Yeah. They holding this featherweight kickboxing tournament. It's not traditional U.S. kickboxing. It is Muay Thai kickboxing. It is insane level kickboxing event here. Yeah, should I say? Yeah, it's kickboxing. Actually, no, it's kickboxing. It's kickboxing, but we have Muay Thai fighters in there as well. That's what I should be saying more. It's traditional kickboxing, but we got guys that blow the doors off of both Muay Thai and traditional kickboxing.
Right.
But yeah, man, I'll tell you like the legends that are up in this card here. Smoking Joe Nadawat's in here. Sign Petch Fairtex is up in here. They got Cyan Chai. Well, Taiwan Chi PK Cyan Chai. Sandy Sana's up in this joint. My dude Sitson Ping Hong is up in here. Sitachai, Sitsung Ping Hong. I know I had to spend many a time learning this name. But
no, I don't even want to hear it.
Tayfun,
you know what's coming.
Tayfun, Ozcan, Chingiz Alazov, Marat Gregorian, who is a nasty freaking fighter, man, out of Flanders. Giorgio Petrosian, who's been killing it for the longest. Superbon Banchamek, Andy Sauer. Andy Sauer's fought for ages. Fought through Glory, K1. Now he's fighting here in one. Oh my God, this guy's list. Some of these guys have fought practically over 100 fights. We could say close to or a little bit over 200 kickboxing fights, both in Muay Thai and traditional kickboxing. It is insane what's happening here. I posted a link up with Dan Hardy, who's breaking down the fights for the main card. Check that out if you want to. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But it's gonna be a tournament format. It's going on with the fights. Then we're gonna see who wins there. But Petrosian is defending his title in the main event against Superbon Banchamek. And Superbon, this guy got history with about a couple of these guys in this tournament, including my guy Sitachai. Sitachai probably might be the most experienced guy out of all these guys on account of he's fought and beaten 5 of them in the tournament. So it's nuts. You know what I mean? So, buckle your seatbelt. It's a good one in the morning.
Okay.
But yeah, man, that's all that's gonna be happening as far as fights go.
So how do you find that fight in the morning?
I posted a link. I think I put up a
link. Will the
prelim
be on YouTube?
The prelim should be on YouTube. I'm gonna find that link, but I did post the main card link up there. So I posted the main card link up there, and I will be up to do the broadcast because what I mean. Yeah, so I'll be doing both. So if you can't watch it, if you can't watch it, you can't go to your apps and thing. You can just put it on the YouTube and just throw your phone in the corner and watch and be like, yo, without me screaming my head off, like, oh my God, is whatever.
I heard the oh,
what the hell? Check the kick.
I swear, like those one time. Okay, we're like I was watching, like JoJo was doing his thing. We were both watching the same fight on the TV, and I swear, JoJo gets so invested that one time he was like, and then I'm sitting there going, all right, and out of nowhere, he yells so damn loud, dude. I fell out of my chair. He's just like, oh my God. I'm sitting there like, whoa.
You think what's going on?
Yeah.
Scared the shit out of me, man.
Yeah, there's certain fights. You could tell when I'm broadcasting like certain fights. I would look and I'm like, yeah. This fight is like this. I'm like,
and then all of a sudden, oh my God, I'm like.
But then when I'm into a fight, like, yo, there's a fighter I like, or there's a matchup that makes sense, I am totally invested in it because there's some fights that they will sell you. They will sell you crap fights. Boxing will sell you crap fights. And you would watch and you'll go, oh, you know what I mean? You know what it is. You know what's going on because you're building a guy up. But then the UFC, MMA, they tend to do this where the matchmakers think they're doing you a favor, and it just shits the bed. You know what I mean? So it's like, this is what I'm paying my money for. This is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like, really, guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got a
yeah.
guy who just lays on somebody wrestling, but you want to see wrestling and somebody punching, and he's just laying on him and just hugging him for the caressing him for like a solid 2 to 5 minutes. So yeah, man, you got to be in it, man. You got to be in it to win it. So that's all I bring, man.
We feel the passion.
Yeah.
We thank you for
Definitely.
a mini Cope's Corner and Mr. B.
Yeah, man.
Inside of the MMA.
Word.
So I put an article in the comment field, and this is where the BS starts. So I'm gonna need for Brian. I'm gonna need for Brian's take on this. It says the NFL won't release any emails following the John Gruden firing.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Okay, now that we're back to the English language.
You're going to release
After JoJo dropped
emails
the
that say we're not
some
releasing
super
emails.
syllables from the
Okay.
hood up in here.
Dude.
So, you was killing all them languages. Big ups for your multilingual skills. You need to go work for the United Nations and stop playing. Second of all, it's known that if them emails come out, everybody's in trouble.
Everyone's in trouble.
Man.
Yeah, I was watching that today on ESPN, but go ahead.
Everyone.
JoJo. I'm gonna put y'all off. JoJo, Brian, y'all go ahead on this one.
Yeah, I mean, you
Yeah,
know, it's weird that like nobody's safe nowadays, and consider the fact, and I mentioned this last night.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, granted, what was done is done. However, though, for someone to really dig that deep into it, to me, sounds like a personal attack. There's an agenda. Think about it with Kevin Hart, with other celebrities that they've done like many years ago. But regardless, you know, it is what it is. But to me, I just think that somebody really has it out for certain celebrities or certain high profile people that you're digging that deep far back to anything they did.
I think what we got
I
is
mean,
they're going after people who are in charge that have been abusing those, everybody who's in a position for abuse of power.
Yeah.
And definitely the ones who've been practicing it. There was what's the owner? Al Davis Jr. They was asking him about the John Gruden situation. He said, ask the NFL, they got all the answers. There was also a story that John Gruden has emailed, and so does Dan Snyder, Washington football team. A lot of people are saying if they released all them emails, a lot of folks are going to start sweating, all jokes aside. And we was talking about this earlier this week. Number one, it ain't just John Gruden. We got to be clear on this mess. He's just taking it now. He's the face for a lot of what's going to happen. He might have taken a dive or at least took the first blunt.
Well, he took the L.
Yeah, he took a major L. I damn near say it was a dive because if I was him, I wouldn't have backed down. I'm like, you coming after me, you better bring everybody else with me. Nino Brown style, straight up.
yeah.
You are in the world of chauvinism. You're in one of the largest markets on the globe. You can't tell me a bunch of these dudes want to talk like this. And as far as the agenda, like you said, we was talking about that earlier this week. I brought it up. There's an agenda out there against those who have been abusing their power, and it's going down big time. Yeah. It's going down very huge. The NFL is just one aspect of what's happening. They already got Hollywood. Now they're on the NFL. If I was anybody in charge, I'd be
soon the
NBA.
NBA.
Straight up.
Soon the NBA, and then MLB, and then.
Oh yeah, the NBA.
No one's safe.
NBA, because Donald Sterling, he caught it, but he's pretty much the only one that caught the hell though. Donald Sterling caught hell for running his mouth. Everybody else in trouble for just how they run business. You see
Joe, you got any thoughts on this?
Huh?
I
said, Joe, you got any thoughts on this?
No, I absolutely agree, man. It's gonna get deep. It's out here right now. It's only gonna get deeper. The door's gonna open, and all hell's gonna break loose, man. I'm telling you that right now, man. I mentioned it once they, you know what I mean. The emails was one thing. You know what I mean, I think they got at Gruden, and I think Goodell kind of put his foot down. In a way, I feel like Goodell put his foot down to let that happen or whatever. Mm-hmm. Somewhat in a way, because he called out Goodell. he called Goodell. You know, he dropped the F-bomb in one of those messages there, man.
Yes.
And you know, Goodell look, and Goodell's like, "Yo, bro, this could go one of two ways." And if I remember, they didn't even get to fire him. He just stepped down. You know what I mean? So it could be that, but it's gonna expand through a lot of different places, man. It's a real ugly situation though, because now you got to look at every other person who's a higher up, a head coach or whatnot, and hit him with the side eye one time, because you know what I mean. It's just that type of climate right there for them, you know. Yeah. It's such a crazy situation, man. And baseball has hit baseball a little bit here and there. It's hit the NBA a little bit here and there, but it's gonna get worse.
Yeah, a lot of the independent media guys that cover sports, they were talking about this last couple of days, that pretty much a lot of them pretty much came with the same conclusion. Like back then, it's just pretty much John Gruden and the other guy that with the emails is pretty much just being just two immature cut assholes to each other, just doing just dumb asshole things back in the day. That's pretty much what they got about the feedback and the their summary of it. But it is what it is. But I just think it's really it really sucks that somebody would really like now like in the world we live in, something you did years ago, even though like as immature, childish, and then insensitive as it is, but you know things happen over time. And if you can't accept the person, okay, for who they are now, for who they were then that's a them problem.
Yeah, but it's just so crazy that they just got his emails though.
I know.
Like, damn, that's the whole thing. Like, yo, the emails, like, yo. But then again, you got to think about how many people really got caught with their emails in the past, though. So, yeah, that's the whole thing. You got to.
I think that's the whole thing.
Because we've had higher level people. We've had presidents caught with emails. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like, yo.
Secretary of State, she's going to be holding a TED Talk and a masterclass on how to delete your emails.
Really?
Oh no, I'm going to get booted now. God damn it!
Oh.
I can't say keywords. I can't impersonate anybody. I'll get booted off of here.
You know, Hillary Clinton got in trouble for them emails. You know what I mean? She got in trouble for her.
Now JoJo's going to get booted. JoJo said the name. He's going to get booted.
I don't care, man. It's whatever, yo. You know, they try to. Yo, I'm not going to end up like Homeboy. Homeboy talked smack to Hillary, and 2 days later he was dead. Nah, we're not doing that on this side. Yeah, I see you. I see you, Tony. I see you looking. Yeah, that's what happened. That's what. Check that back up.
Listen, and don't be calling nobody's spouse a transgender. You be dead in 2 months.
Oh no.
Y'all forgot about that one.
It's crazy. Yes. Oh my God. I
just think it's the NFL is such hypocrites to say they release no emails.
Yeah.
Well, you got an aspect of privacy and people just pulling this stuff. I'm not mad at them for protecting their employees, but they're gonna lose their stance when it gets to court.
Yeah,
it's gonna come out. You can not release them, but they're gonna get them. Everybody who used their email for anything reckless, and let's be clear, a bunch of us have used our emails for something reckless over 20 years. All our assets in trouble.
Of course.
Yeah. That might be the government bailout. If you get paid to bust people on their emails, that might just balance the damn deficit.
Yeah.
It just might balance the deficit worse than gambling. I'm just keeping it real.
Nuts.
They got to find a way to make money. Now they're doing it. Everybody's in trouble. Facts.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's crazy just overall in all aspects, whether it be sports, media, politics. There's a lot of hypocrisy going on.
Yes.
Yeah.
But some people they're aware of it. Other people are just kind of like, well, it is what it is.
What do you think about Gruden getting removed from the Ring of Honor, from Tampa's Ring of Honor, like within 24 hours? Knee-jerk reaction? Will they?
If there's no place for that type of language or leadership, and you've been saying that since day one, you almost got to say it's legit. You almost got to say it's legit. They took Sterling entirely off of a franchise he built.
Yeah.
Just being real. So I mean, I
Yeah.
can't. I'll crack on John Gruden all day. I actually had a little bit of respect. I never heard this aspect of him ever before this stuff came out, and I'm gonna be
Right.
100.
Yeah, that's the truth
I
though.
never
Yeah.
heard no racism about. Never heard no sexism. I just heard he was a bit of an asshole, and that's it. So what's coming
Yeah,
Right.
out,
because
and people got to realize. I've been saying it up here for the past couple of months. How you act on the internet, what you do, how you talk, it's gonna come back and bite you in the ass. They've been doing it to celebrities for the past decade.
Mm-hmm.
Now y'all better start paying
Mm-hmm.
attention up here, all y'all, for
Yes.
real.
Right.
thank
You
Right.
better
God I
start
got rid
paying
of my
attention. You
social
better
media.
watch your delivery. You better watch your actions. You better start giving a damn instead of walking around talking people don't care. No disrespect to nobody up here. I'm just letting you know.
No, you're right. You're
If
right.
you
Yeah, it's
get
facts.
big, if you
Yeah.
get big, they're digging back on your ass. George
I don't
W.
even
Bush
mess
ran
with.
for president in 2000. They pulled up a DUI he got in 1972 against him during his presidential campaign. Y'all keep
Yeah.
playing.
Yeah.
I'm apologizing now.
No, I mean, I
I'm
mean, I
apologizing
mean,
now.
I,
I'm
I know.
using that
I
fact.
mean, got rid of my social media, but man, I know there's some lot of shit that other people that follow me on all my social medias gonna be like sending me stuff, and I'm like, no. I mean, I
I'm gonna
know
let y'all
That's
play
what.
I
that
know I'm gonna
game,
get
man.
any heat if I if I ever get popular, but I mean, I know I said and posted some dumb shit on Facebook, mainly on Facebook, just because I see a lot of dumb stuff, so I reply back with dumb stuff. But a lot of people, I mean, the only time I ever got heat on Facebook was just the political aspect of things.
Yeah.
Um, but Instagram, it's just kind of like, all right, I kind of got bored with it, so I just went ahead and did with all my social medias. But leading up to then, yeah, I did say and post
Yeah.
some dumb shit, and I know that's gonna kind of haunt me in a way if I like go try to go for the job that I really really want. No, seriously, I mean, like when I
Yeah.
try when during my like my medical field career, I tried to apply for the VA, and I know that's government. So man, I went through my Facebook, like spent 3 hours going,
It was
nope,
like
delete,
purge.
delete, delete,
Lenny, how
because
you
I really
doing?
wanted that job. Hey
What's up,
Lenny.
Lenny P? How you doing, lady?
So,
Hey, hey.
but yeah,
Did you
man,
get the
it's
job?
nah, it was just a lot of applicants, but it was just like for the VA with all these applicants and being that it's government, it takes forever. I mean, it took me to work the county hospital. It took me about a month to get in. For the first hospital I worked at, it took me 4 months to get in because I kept calling every other week. Oh, hey, but then um, I had to start up at another position, like working a different department, just to get in the door. So, I mean, in the medical field, it's tough. The only time you ever have easy access in is if you're a nurse, pretty much.
Sunday
But
night
yeah,
smoke.
what's going on Sunday?
Smoke was good.
But other than that, though, I mean, but overall, though, it's just pretty much now with Gruden, Kevin Hart, and all the other high-profile people. This is, I mean, it's almost like it's a bounty hunt,
Yeah, you're right.
in a sense.
Yeah.
It
No,
is a bounty hunt. It is a
you're
bounty
not
hunt.
wrong.
No, he's
You're
not
not
wrong at all.
wrong.
It's definitely a bounty hunt. They're
No.
going after people who are in a position of power that abuse folks below them. We can see that
Yeah.
from a mile away. This has been an outcry for people for decades. We need to do something about the folks in charge. We need to do something about what's happening to people. We need to do something about a lot of the events nobody's taking care of. That's exactly what's going on. Straight up.
Yeah, it's crazy right now. It's
Um,
really, really
Word.
crazy.
It's just too much, man.
I
Too
will
much.
say this: I respect Kyrie's stance.
Hmm.
I'm gonna
And
leave it there.
Jonathan Isaac.
Young
Yeah.
Flat
Yeah.
Earth, Young Flat Earth. I respect his stance,
Uh-huh.
and I'm rolling with him on that.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna leave it there.
You know
Yeah.
what?
I don't know if y'all want to grab that. It's.
I'm not mad at him. I'm not
No,
I'm
mad
I'm
at
not
him
not
mad
one
at
bit.
mad.
No,
it.
I'm not. I'm
I
not.
don't want to cost
no.
myself that much money, but I'm not mad at him.
Yeah.
I
If
mean,
go ahead, Brian.
money's not everything, but at the same time, it's just if you question, because I understand everybody's like all up in arms about their health. I'm I'm like with Kyrie Irving and Jonathan Isaac. It's like, hey, I want to wait and see, but right now I'm not comfortable with it. because you're still having all these like reports that are not being reports that are not making it to the news to bring everybody's attention. Only independent media and other sources, but then this is misleading. That's misleading. So for people that if you want, if you feel you need to do it, okay, fine. If you feel like you don't need to because of your reasons, that's fine too. But for the NBA that does not have a vaccine mandate for them to say get vax or no play, that right there is bullshit.
Okay, that's where he
I'm,
has a respect. You can't do that. I was just reading the story today where they said the executive order doesn't exist where they're mandating vaccines.
yeah.
I haven't finished looking into it, but I saw that article today. We could be on
Someone
that
else
one.
shared that with me. But to
Somebody
be
told me that too.
truthful, yeah, they said, and people were wondering, when does Bill de Blasio's mandate end in New York? Because there has to be an end date. Now, if the end date is December 31st, then he can play come January 1st.
Blasio's a whole a-hole, man. Screw that guy.
Oh, he is. He is.
Yeah, screw that
horrible.
guy, man.
He is.
Yo, he's a whole a-hole
and
and
Joe,
a
I
half.
don't even really have to deal with him.
Yo.
And he's just
All I can say is Jonathan Isaac and Kyrie Irving, they're more than welcome to come to Houston. We will welcome them with open arms.
Y'all ain't gonna win a ring. Y'all had everybody down there. You didn't want no rings.
Be like, welcome to freedom. Welcome to Texas. We'll treat you. We like anything you're hungry for. We have your flavor. I mean, don't mind the traffic. We just let you know when the traffic is whatever times, but we accept Kyrie Irving. Yes, the Houston Rockets accept Kyrie Irving.
Oh hell no!
They're not
Not
gonna trade
playing
him.
the Houston Rockets, man. They ain't giving
And
up
I
Kyrie.
just
Nah,
I don't
man.
want to cut y'all off, but I saw what Ted put up there. You know I'm ready for that. I can't wait. Y'all better buckle up your safety belts. I hope I can show it. I hope it comes up. Everybody up here that's a fan, you better be on it. I don't want to hear no smack. I don't want to hear no talk. If you don't know who these, what?
this weekend's Verzuz, I am
Yes, sir.
so hyped for.
Yes, sir. And this is
I
about
am
the closest
so
to the
hyped.
best you're going to get. This is the closest
KRS-One
to the
versus
best
Big Daddy
that you're
Kane.
going to get. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Dude.
Yes, sir. You don't have no better rappers in your vocabulary.
I had to
You
sit
don't.
and reflect on life when I see it happen. Like,
Yes.
you gotta
Listen,
reflect on life for a minute.
if you go to church, you better spend a lot of that day in church before you see this that night.
Word.
This is every
Oh
hip
my
hopper's
God.
dream. This is every OG hip hopper's dream. There's only one
Dude.
person missing, and he don't even have to
Yep.
be in it.
Wow. It's
And
just
let this
that
go
type
the
of
way
love.
it's supposed to. This should be worse than Dipset and Locks.
Yeah, it should be.
It can
should
get
be.
ugly,
There's
yeah.
two of them. They don't even got no band. They ain't got no crew. They're gonna be up there by themselves. It makes a bunch of y'all look ridiculous.
It's gonna get ugly. Jesus Christ.
Yo,
And
I
you know
remember
what's scary?
going
You know what's
to.
scary about this though? They both
Hey.
cool and they both want it.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's exactly the thing. That's exactly the thing, yo. There is no
They
step
both
back
cool
from neither
and
one,
they
yo.
both want it. And they both ain't gonna take it personal. This is gonna be
Nope.
the real battle. This is gonna be a real versus. This is gonna be some legitimate 30-year-old. Let's go ahead and get this over with competition.
Yes.
Y'all don't understand. If you are
I
a
was
hip hop
slamming a
fan, if you
Jodeci
are new to
earlier.
hip hop, this is what you want to see. And this is going to be what hip hop was about in the first damn place. Period. Every rapper you got likes one of these two, if not both of them. And they made their style off of them, or they changed their style because they want to sound like them. I said it.
Yeah,
Straight up.
yeah.
Everybody on Haps, cancel what you got going on when this versus comes on.
I was
Cancel.
jamming a
Word.
Jodeci.
Matter of fact, Instagram, if you're listening, you need to put it on Haps. Hurry up and click that link up. I don't care what nobody says. I bet your numbers go up.
Yeah.
Fact. That's
I
fact.
bet your streaming numbers go up. Haps, get back to work on linking with Instagram. Call them. Tell them we said so. Stop playing. Facebook got enough problems. Twitter got enough problems. Twitch is for the gamers. Haps can do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just being 1,000. Y'all don't understand.
Yeah.
Y'all don't understand. I haven't even done BDP for real on my video show.
Yo.
I will play their whole albums. You will
The
still be confused 20
discography.
years later. Between the two of them.
Yo, it's insane.
The
It's
respect that these
insane.
two have from every rapper out here right now, you don't understand.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Thank you. I gotta take my meds before I watch this shit.
Wow.
Yo.
Oh
If
my
you up here,
God.
Smoke, if you up here, y'all might want to postpone Sunday night show for this.
Oh,
You might want to
oh,
postpone.
shit.
Unless you're gonna show with your damn self, and then you will have everybody on hats watching. Matter of fact, Smoke, you need to work on that, bro.
Yeah, buddy. This
I'm
is
just
gonna be
saying,
some
I'm kind
fire.
of crunk. You heard JoJo go for 20 minutes about MMA sports? I could do
Yes.
20 minutes on this alone.
Yes.
Yep.
I
Yes.
could pronounce all them names. I don't know how he changed languages on us. I'm still mad at this Alex. This dude called out Russian and Oriental names. Then said Muay Thai and
Yo.
Jiu-Jitsu, man. I couldn't even finish my beer trying to think about what the hell he said. And he ain't spit on the camera once.
Like just spends like hours in the mirror.
This may be
Korchenko.
the verses of all verses. Matter of fact, this verses will be hard to beat. This verses will be hard. Method Man and Redman had a good one. Snoop and DMX had a good one. E40 and Shore had a good one. Gucci Mane and Jeezy had a raw one.
Yeah,
and that was disrespectful.
That was intense. That was
This
intense.
is going to be intense without disrespect. Y'all don't understand. Y'all got hip hop messed up. If you don't understand these two, you don't understand what these moves right now.
Has LL
This is
gone
the
against
issue.
anybody?
Say what?
Has
Not
LL
yet.
gone against anybody?
No, LL hasn't gone against anybody.
They trying to get him. They trying to get him.
Is LL too big? Is LL too big for
No, I
versus?
think they're trying to get him to go against Jay-Z. And I don't think Jay-Z is going to participate.
Right.
What, New
I
York
don't think
versus New
Jay-Z is going to
York?
participate. We know 50 is not going to participate because 50 thinks the original was the. I think he said something about the original was the best one, and everything else just ain't right. And I hear him on that. I think LL, to me, he might have to go against T.I.
Who, LL?
He might have to be the one to go against T.I. Because ain't nobody else in New York going to answer him. Buster answered him. Buster said he would do it, but Buster would destroy T.I. Let's be clear. T.I. told Buster he can't do no songs before when he came out. You don't tell nobody nothing like that. And T.I. got bangers. Let's be clear. T.I. got some bangers. I was just watching Fat Joe earlier. He was talking to Wyclef. And he was talking to Swiss Beats. He asked Wyclef, who could the Fugees go up against on the Verzuz? Wyclef said he would like to see the Fugees versus the Roots. And we all see him like, man, y'all know Black Thought will rap forever.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lauren can rap too, but I don't know about that. But okay, he said, and Wyclef was just talking about straight band. He was just talking about straight band music. They got bands, and I give them that. I would like to see the Fugees. I would like to see Fugees against Diggable Planets.
Okay.
I think that would be fly.
I think so too.
That would be fly. But Diggable Planets will probably get it because they got 3 rappers that are pretty good and pretty close. No disrespect to the Fugees, but Lauren's the best one.
No, you're right.
Just being straight up. And I will say that I'm going to stick with this till it's over. I don't care. The ultimate versus to me, outside of this one match that I want to see Dipset versus Boot Camp Click. I think that would be dope.
Not Jay-Z versus Nas.
I want to see Nas in one of these, man.
Terror said he would battle Nas. He asked for Nas. But he asked for Nas after he said he would do Big Daddy Kane.
Don't worry, dog.
Kane said he won't battle Rakim because Rakim's a lyricist, but he's not a battle rapper. We can all ride with that. LL is hard. It's hard to see who LL could go up against because of how many albums he's got. Who's got as many albums as he has, and who does his style? T.I. called out everybody in the North. Buster was the only one to answer. And Buster's catalog is
live from the Barclays Center.
If you go against
7
Buster,
p.m. Sunday.
7 p.m. Sunday, it's a wrap. Everything on cable might as well stop. Matter of fact, I don't know what football game comes on Sunday night. It might not get no numbers.
Nah, I don't think so.
It might not get no numbers.
It's the Steelers and the Seahawks.
Yeah,
Okay,
with
everybody's
Russell
gonna watch
Wilson,
both.
with Russell Wilson out, no, it ain't gonna happen.
Man,
Geno Smith? Nah, no, thank you.
That's
nah,
a wrap
man.
right there.
Wait, Geno Smith is still in the league?
Yes, that's
Yes.
what I said. That's what I said.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Geno's still in
he's
the
still.
league. They just, yeah, man. That's why I keep laughing at Tim Tebow. I'm like, yo, how the hell you let Geno still be in the league?
Right.
I mean, Geno never
Damn,
got a fair shot with the Jets. Let's be
That's
clear. He
racism.
called some
that's
guys.
facts, though.
Geno caught hell in the Jets. Pereira was
Yeah,
not going to put his foot down. The team was like, nah, I didn't like that. So he ain't had
Yeah.
no respect. I'm glad he's trying. He's got a chance to resurge. I'm glad he's got a chance to resurge. But honestly, I don't know who LL will go up against. Ti should go against 50. 50 won't do it. We want to see everybody want to see UGK versus A Ball and MJG. They want to see the
Mm-hmm.
Ghetto Boys go up against
that's
somebody.
fine.
The Southern Legends will be dope. Outcast is
Mm-hmm.
going to have to go up against somebody if they game.
Right.
And a lot of cats, I'll be for real, a lot of cats ain't going to be able to hang with Andre. But Andre, to
Nah.
me, is going to have to go against Kanye. Andre has to go against Kanye. That would be sick.
Mm.
That would be sick. I'll throw it out.
Ooh.
Andre 3000 versus Kanye West.
It's Kanye
And if you don't think
West.
Andre has solo albums, I'm going to give you a spoiler. Andre 3000 wrote most of the rhymes for that whole done.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Miss Jackson.
Y'all might want to learn that. Y'all might want to
Yep.
understand that.
Yep.
Andre versus Kanye will probably go 5
Yeah,
Oh
straight up.
my goodness.
that's fire, though. That's
Yeah. Those are the ones that I would like to call out, but definitely Sunday, that versus TV, I might broadcast while I'm talking junk and look like JoJo when he's watching combat sports.
fire.
I'm not going to front because when I was watching Lops and Dipset, I saw when Jadakiss said what he said, and I saw the whole audience fall.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yo,
I
you know
saw
the
the whole
craziest
audience
thing
fall, and
about
I
that
commented on it.
freestyle? That freestyle was from 10 years ago.
That's what they said.
exactly.
That
And
was
you
an
remember
old
that
rhyme.
line for
Jada
line,
was up
word
there
for
spitting.
Yes.
word.
He
Yes.
was spitting old rhymes
From
back
10
to back
years
to back.
ago. And people were going
Yeah,
nuts over it.
I just said I was on
And
a
nobody knew
mixtape.
those rhymes
Yeah,
though. Nobody knew those rhymes for real.
Yo,
That's
they
why he blew the
yeah.
whole world away. And
I
Dipset, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Dipset made me mad because number one, they shouldn't have lost. But number
No,
yo,
two, they ain't have all their people. If Hell Rell and JR and 40 was there, shit.
that's what I keep saying, man.
Yeah,
You
we
ain't
talked
had
about
the.
that. We talked about this shit. Ain't no
Yeah, I said no JR, but they fell through with JR. JR don't mess with them no more.
they fell through with all of them. That's why it ain't but them
Yeah,
three.
yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Hell Rell would have been up there just as long as Jadakiss. JR would have been up there just as long as Jadakiss. 40 would have been up there just as much as Styles P. Straight up.
So,
I'm here all day for that one. I don't care what nobody said. Everybody locks one, locks one. Jada won. Dipset
Jada
did
won.
too.
yeah,
Jewels
yeah,
should
Jada
have
won.
won.
The
If
Jada
Jada
team
won.
was
Kiss
just
up there.
chilling.
Jewels was
They
freestyle.
knew. They came through and Jada came with the whole
He was
came with the
wide
whole
open.
suitcase. He had a whole suitcase from
Listen,
the thing.
he was rapping. He started rapping so long when the crowd stopped reacting, he just walked away.
Yes.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't paying attention.
Yeah, he
He
did.
was looking at y'all still ain't
Definitely.
hate. I'm here for this. He just said, "Bump, man, I'm through."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was all
Yo.
him. He was all hype, man. When the thing was over, he was outside. He was out here doing pull-ups on the damn scaffold.
Yes.
Jadakiss shouldn't have to pay for
Yeah.
nothing else in New York for the rest of his life. Period.
For the
None of
rest
the
of his
five
life.
boroughs or the state.
Listen,
He
I just
owns New
want to
York
say,
the same way Kawhi got Canada.
Oh my God.
I just want to throw this out here. Yo, we had the Locks mixtapes back in '96. So that's why when they was
I didn't
dropping
even know they was out that
rhymes,
long. I ain't know they was out that long. I just first heard
yes,
about that when they came
Out
out
there
with
for a
Diddy.
minute. Yeah.
yes. So
That's crazy.
and when they was when they was rhyming, I was like, oh yeah, I remember this, and people were going crazy, and I'm like, yo, this ain't new.
Well, you got to
No.
realize most people don't get the mixtapes out of New York. I can tell you that
Yeah.
myself. A lot of mixtapes that y'all get up there, we wasn't getting that shit down here. So if it wasn't coming out
Gotcha.
down here, we wasn't hearing it. People don't know most of Dipset's music. They got their own site All of them got
Never
multiple
heard of the guy.
CDs. All of them.
Yeah.
I've sat back on
Never
Apple
heard of the
Music and
guy.
tried to listen to them. I want my data out one month playing Dipset CDs back. I'm telling y'all, cats don't know about A Mafia.
Yeah.
Jojo, you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Yeah.
A Mafia got some anthems.
Yup.
He got anthems. The dude that be singing on them Dipset songs got some music.
Eight
Yeah,
Mafia?
there's a couple cats on there that got music, man.
Straight
There's a
up
couple
music
cats.
that is banging club, bangers, street bangers, riding down, bangers, getting off of work bangers, sitting in traffic bangers, straight up. Dipset got some music. Boot Camp got some music. Nobody had that Duck Down Present CD. I still got it. I downloaded it and have it because somebody stole my damn CD. I'm still looking for that CD. I just want you to know right now I'm gonna find it because there was some bangers up there. Boot Camp got something to hang with Dipset. I know the Roots music. The Roots has the first 3 or 4 Roots CDs. Y'all might as well just hang up your life because that was straight orchestrated music and rhymes.
Yeah.
And that's just one person.
Yeah. Fire
I'll be here
stuff,
all day
fire
talking
stuff.
hip hop, man. If we ever have a hip hop, bro, I'll be up here all day.
Yeah, man.
I will go dust off my CD case and pull up my Apple playlist and pull up my Mixer Box playlist and go pull out the other CD case and then go get my cassettes out of storage. Who want what?
Yo.
I'm so serious. I got 2 Black Sheep CDs. Then I found a third. I got Drezz's solo CD. This ain't what you want. I got 3 Tony Judgments. I got 3 Sway and King Tex.
Who'd be competition for Most Def?
I got 1 Most Def, but I got that Black Star CD, which is one of the best hip hop CDs ever in the world. Ever in the world.
What about Q-Tip?
Who?
Q-Tip.
I got his solo CD. I had
solo CD.
I had
and about 3 Tribe Called Quest.
There's
Yeah.
5.
Yeah, my Talib Kweli.
Sunday Night Smoke. We're gonna say this broadcast. It's gonna be me and you when we do this too.
Talib Kweli.
And I'm gonna do you a favor.
Yeah,
you can use my picture.
I'm like, okay,
you can use my picture on the event media. You can use my picture. Dipset fan. I said it.
Digital Planet.
Diggable Planets, yes.
I got 2.
Yo.
The Far Side. I remember them.
Yep.
I got the Far Side.
I remember them.
I know who you don't have.
Pharaoh Monk.
Pharaoh Monch. I had that CD.
Okay. Calm down. Okay, sorry.
No. Y'all let JoJo do his 20 minutes. I want mine on hip hop.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, like JoJo's about to crucify me because I mispronounced it.
Listen.
Nah, it's Pharaoh Monch. I like Pharaoh Monch, man.
Hey, yo, Ted, Smoke said
Reflection Eternal.
That time, bro.
Reflection Eternal.
No, I don't have Reflection Eternal. I don't. That's what you call it. Don't tell me. That's Kylie Kweli and High Tech. But I stopped buying CDs about 6-7 years ago. I had too many, man. I got Pete Rock. Hey, I tell you what. I bet you can't find Boogie Monsters.
No.
I bet he can't find Boogie Monsters.
No, but I have Tribe Called Quest.
Boogie Monsters has a song called Elevate the they call Thresholds of Negative Stress. Everybody forgot that jam. It's gonna be in my next hip hop broadcast. I keep shitting up here. Y'all don't understand. Y'all ain't no rap fans. I played Granddaddy IU. Nobody remembers his ass.
Oh, damn. I'm not gonna lie. I don't remember his ass.
Y'all ain't listening. And I only played one of you videos. JoJo, they don't believe me. I've been out in New York almost 40 years, bro. I've been out here almost 40 years. I remember this shit. I played Chuck Chill Out the other day. Don't nobody remember him.
Yeah. He used to be on Kiss FM.
Thank you.
And then you were playing George Benson.
I played George Benson. I don't be playing, man. That dude said, I'm just a slave.
Yo, I need...
JoJo, you remember that? Pull that Chuck Chill Out video. You remember that? Really with the master. And I'm just... And hey, I'm going to scare you. I ain't even pull out old boy.
Oh, my God.
What's my man that did this song talking about? It ain't nothing but hip-hop music. I ain't put him out yet. That's coming next.
Yeah.
What about this one?
That's the Sonic?
The who?
That's the Sonic?
I ain't do Test of Time yet. They got 3-hour play.
Oh, okay.
They got 3-hour play. I ain't hear that, Brian. Which one was that? I don't know what that is. Oh, hell no. That's too easy. That's too easy. That's too easy.
Nah, that's on a platter.
Right. Smoke. Did you send an invite to Smoke?
I sent, and I said, yo, you're up.
Hey, yo, you talking about Dipset trash? Your tech game is trash. How about that?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Tony is firing unlimited ammo tonight.
Here he comes.
Here he come.
Damn.
I'm gonna say
comes.
Damn, this dude, man. This dude.
He said your tech game is trash. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh.
I taught you the mobile device game. Tighten up. You can't blame your Wi-Fi on this one. Get up here.
Oh,
I got
shit.
mega
Man,
music.
I'm outnumbered, man.
I got mega music, dog.
New York.
Telling you, man.
Yes, sir.
New
I
York,
got
man.
mega music. You don't understand.
Telling you, man.
I got mega hip hop music. Hip hop get me crunk.
Yeah.
I ain't even pull out the nonce yet. That's coming soon. I used to sell mixtapes,
Mixtapes.
and now I'm an MC.
Yes.
It is easy to beat.
Yes.
I used to rock those tapes.
Oh, man.
This dude playing SWV. Come on. These some sexy women. Where you at, Smoke? Where you at? Where you at,
1,
Smoke?
2.
That's
1, 2. 1, 2.
Yo.
1, 2.
Okay, you can count. Get to the point.
What up,
Pardon
dude?
the interruption. Pardon the interruption here. Being a hip hop, first of all, I'd like to say thank you for inviting me up. Number 2, I'm actually on the road, but I listened to the hip hop rant, Tony D style. And Tony D, I have to definitely disagree with you on some of the artists that you gave these honorable mentions to.
Horse shit.
Number 1, I'm just saying, number one, right, is speaking on Verzuz. Some of those artists that you mentioned don't even qualify for Verzuz
I don't believe that.
because they haven't sold enough records. For
You got to
example,
get
you
enough
mentioned
records.
Boot Camp Click. You mentioned Boot Camp Click, for example. Nobody knows who the fuck they are except if you're a New York nigga. All right? Half of those artists that you mentioned, you mentioned Diggable Planets. Nobody knows who the fuck they are. Like, these are old school, local artists. They don't count on the international stage, so they don't qualify for a Verzuz.
Are you serious?
No, not saying they didn't make good music. Not saying they did not make good music, but they don't qualify, bruh. Because you gotta be known. You have to be known in order to pack an arena. We have to know who you are.
Bag of bullshit talking.
Damn, son.
Look, you're getting too personal because you like those artists and they didn't sell no records. That don't mean everybody else know them. They don't know these dudes, bruh. Come on, man. Let's keep it a band. Half of them artists you mentioned do not qualify.
How many people knew all the songs?
It is not a debate.
How many people knew all the songs?
By the who?
How many people knew all the
By the
songs?
locks.
Yes.
But they're just
Outside
more
of New York.
popular.
Outside
Look,
of New
they've
York.
sold. Listen, we're talking about selling gold and platinum records, right?
That's the
When it
problem
comes
right
to
there.
record sales, is what we're talking about.
That's
Like
the problem
for
right
artists
there.
that didn't even sell 100,000 records, like Boot Camp Click didn't sell 100,000, so they don't qualify for Verzuz. There's levels to this shit, isn't there? Like you gotta be somebody. You gotta be somebody. I'm just saying, generally speaking, like they don't qualify because they haven't sold enough records and nobody knows them.
Right.
Like Dipset, that's a different story. They're world known, or they're known throughout the whole country. So that's a different story. But a Boot Camp Click or a Diggable Planets, like they don't qualify. Like nobody wants to hear them because they don't know who they are.
Slick was global. Stop it. Rebirth of Slick was global.
One single. What are they gonna do? Do one single and then get off the stage? I mean, come on, bro.
Johnny Kemp
Let's
did
keep
one
it.
single.
You can't just do one single. You gotta have
Johnny
at
Kemp
least
had
2
one single
albums
in the
to
whole world
qualify.
season. He just got paid. It's Friday night. That song 40 years old. We all sing it in the club still to this day. Especially
but he can't do a verses. But we can't put him on a verses because all he has is one hit.
So how many hits did D'Angelo have?
Shit, D'Angelo had 2 albums and 2 fucking hit albums that both sold over gold. So he does qualify.
Yeah, 4 hits.
He qualifies. What's up? Hold on. I'll be right back.
He said Dipset trash.
Damn, son.
Dipset
Damn, son.
Underground rap is trash.
He says it and says it so eloquently. That's the
Trash.
like, yo, he about to fight him, yo. You gotta fight him.
Yo.
Like Now Parents is on fire tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We want to thank everybody for watching.
God.
We normally pass the 30 to 45 minute mark Ted Hicks. But Ted is sitting here. He hasn't been drowsy yet. He hasn't had an interruption from the background yet. So I've noticed we got some leeway up there. So I'm going to go ahead and do this once Smoke decides to turn the lights on.
Yo, the two of y'all.
I stepped up for a second. Dipset had a few hit records, but overall they're not top-notch rappers. Think about it. Jules Santana is not. Well, it's all about it's an opinion, but that's my opinion though, and we're talking opinions here.
Opinion radio.
We're talking opinions. It's like you got the right to like the artist you like, and just like everybody. That's why some people buy some records and some people don't. But But like I say, Dipset and Boot Camp Click are not even in the same fucking tax bracket, bro. So nobody would want to see them battle.
I'm talking about the music. By the music, I could make that happen. I would love to see that happen. I really would. By the music.
Boot Camp Click has how many top 10 hits? How many top 10 hits does Boot Camp Click have?
I ain't top 10 hits. I'm talking about bangers.
0.
Y'all make people head bop in the club. So you want to tell me I ain't having that wasn't a hit? La Flor, La Fly, La Scotia wasn't a hit? Bucktown wasn't a hit?
In Queens, Brooklyn, Manhattan, and the Bronx, yeah, but as far as outside of New York, no, it wasn't a hit.
Down there. And trust me, everybody knows Bucktown.
You brought it to them probably because you the New Yorker that infiltrated the South. You brought it to them.
And I'm not alone.
You brought it to their ass. Remember, it's a New York nigga everywhere.
You're right.
So but those dudes, they didn't know nothing about that. I mean, no disrespect, but I'm just saying some of them artists, you got to sell gold records to at least qualify.
I'm down here. I know people that know a lot of the folks as far as the rap fans, especially all of us who watch Rap City, Young TV Raps. That was the best thing about it. Wherever your music came out, if your video made it there, the whole world had a chance to see it. I know a lot of folks that, like me, will hear the hit, but we'll go check out the whole CD. So even though they didn't make a hit or they didn't blow up on the radio, I know a bunch of us that know them songs. And I promise, I could pull 20 songs from both groups and make that verse of my damn self. I would love to see that. And that's just me as somebody who's a hip-hop fan that has listened to both sides. That's the whole key for me. I've listened to both sides. I can put that together. I would love the permission to do it my damn self. I would love the permission. Yeah, I would love the permission.
Tony D videos.
Hey,
Tony D style.
Oh, don't make me do it like that.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Jesus.
Uh-oh.
Don't make me do it like that. What's up, Ed? How you doing, bro? Don't make me do it like that. That's gonna be a hard 3 hours.
Uh-oh. Well, fellas, look, I just wanted to pull up. I'm sorry. No, I just wanted to pull up and just throw my little hip hop interjection as far as qualified artists for verses goes. Listen, on that note,
look, hey, Ted. He tried to put a vaccine on the conversation.
I'm just saying. Not even, but you was naming some artists that was pure trash that nobody was interested in seeing, so I had to just get in there. But on that note, I'm going, man.
I'm gonna grab 1,000 views off of that shit. I'm gonna grab 1,000. I'm gonna put it on all streams and get kicked off of YouTube on this one. I tried to tell you live today, I couldn't do it.
Thoughts on Jones
again?
Check out Edwin's.
I tried to do a broadcast. I tried to do a broadcast on YouTube, but it wouldn't start for some reason. I don't know why. But
you're still banned.
Oh, it's my band?
You're still banned. Yo, I'm out
back
of here,
up.
fellas. Yo, y'all have a good night.
You too, man.
Peace.
Be good.
All
man.
right,
Man,
and I will and I will cancel Sunday's 7 p.m. show just so I can watch two of my favorites
Verzuz.
go at it. For the record,
Yo, hey Smoke, let me ask you.
those are my
Would you
two of my
broadcast it?
favorites, so I will
Would you
watch that.
broadcast it? Would you broadcast it?
I would if I could. But I'll leave that up to you. Somebody, I don't think that we're gonna be able to be privy to getting our hands on a live feed of that as it's going on.
Why
But
not?
if it comes
Why
on
not?
pay-per-view, does it come on pay-per-view? I don't
No,
know
it's
because I
on
don't
Verzuz.
follow it.
It's on Verzuz TV, and I know IG.
It's
Oh.
on Instagram. It's on Verzuz TV.
Yeah, but
It's
half
on
her IG are
Instagram.
linked. For some reason, you can't put the two together, but they're linked.
Yeah.
They're
So
linked,
we
but
gotta
you
figure out-
can't. Yeah, because you have to go
Yeah.
through Facebook first for the Instagram thing to click with that actually. But
Yeah.
I'll have my eyes on it definitely. All right, fellas, catch y'all later.
Big
Peace
up,
out.
big.
All right, man.
Y'all hold it down.
Skip
One
All
of
chat.
us,
right, later, y'all.
one of us got
Brian, why you gotta come on here like that, Brian?
I like Cam. I can't front. I like Cam, but them other two, trash. And I don't know about the JR Writers, the Hell Rels, and the guys that never made an official record before,
They
that
got
never
videos.
sold one record
They got videos.
or whatever.
They got
Yeah, but they
videos.
suck.
Nah.
But they trash.
Hell
All right,
Rels
fellas,
don't.
I'm out of here.
Don't say they
All
suck.
right,
'Cause
then-
they-
Being a hater.
they're
You being a
trash.
hater,
They
yo.
went double wood.
All right. They're the best rappers
Wow.
ever. All right, they're the best.
They
I
went
take it
double
back.
wood.
They're the
Wow.
top-notch,
Man
the
said
top-notch,
double
best-selling,
wood.
yeah, double wood artists. Don't count, my friend. Sorry.
Yeah.
In that video that they got their homeboy Leroy to film with the handy cam, that shit is trash too. Just saying. Later, y'all. I'm out.
Curtis.
Later,
show
man.
some courtesy, Curtis.
Oh my
I'm out.
God.
I'm
Later,
out of
man.
here. Later. I gotta bring the smoke, goddammit. Gotta stay with the smoke. Later.
Yo, I just
I
want
still
to
jam the
commend Brian.
Jodeci.
I want to commend Brian for all of us just putting him through that. It was a New York thing.
Yo, come on, man.
It was a total New York thing, and it was just like
That was big. That was big. That was big.
that was Queens, Brooklyn, the Bronx.
That was big. That was big. That was a heavy borough banger right there. That was a heavy borough banger.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you're just missing one more New Yorker from the other part of the borough.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Right.
That's it. We just need someone from Staten Island. That's it.
Staten Island and Manhattan. Nah, I could. You know what? And I thought about that too, but I wanted to see if they were going to try and do it first. I could do a video show straight with them. I could do that easy. Real easy. It would be 3 hours, though. I think it would go 3 hours. It would.
Oh, with ease.
And honestly, they don't have videos for all the songs that I would play, but I know the songs that I would play. And that's
There's some that are just
40
audio
songs.
only.
Say what?
Like a lot of the stuff on YouTube would probably be audio only.
Yeah, it'd be audio only. A lot of the songs, like when I do my video shows, I want the video playing. If I got to play just the album cover or whatever, they don't have a video for that song. I just want to play that song. And I was trying to avoid it. That's why it's so difficult for me. I don't want to repeat, and I want a video with the song. So when you realize some don't have videos, you got to try to figure out how you're going to piece it. That's what kicks my butt. I could just run the album cover and let it go. That's easy. Everybody can do that. But I like to see the videos up there. There's some videos out there we don't know about, especially some of the older ones.
Yeah.
They didn't make Video Soul, Video Vibe, Rap City, or Your MTV Raps. They didn't make none of them. They wasn't even on Video Jukebox. They were just there.
Oh no.
Like I said the other night, Hot Tracks. That used to be on Channel 7.
I remember Hot Tracks.
Fridays at 11:30 at night. Hot Tracks.
It was New York City something that was on one of the video shows. You saw it on the bottom. That New York something. I mess around and put Friday night videos up in here or some shit.
Vintage New York. Or here's the one last thing I'm gonna say. You remember Bobby Simmons used to have a call-in show? Bobby Simmons used to have a call-in show on Channel 31 when we had the rabbit ears.
No, I don't remember 31. I remember 2, 4, 5, 9, 11, 13, and on the other ones I don't remember.
Channel 31. It was like a PBS type channel.
Yeah, it's a PBS channel. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think 31 and
13 was
25.
PBS from
and
what I remember.
25. Bobby
13,
Simmons would come on.
yeah,
The
13 was
same
PBS
Bobby
from what I
Simmons
remember.
from Setsasonic.
Nah, I remember 13 being PBS.
Oh, okay.
So
But
31
yeah,
Carlos de Jesus.
No, I don't remember him. I don't remember him.
Carlos De Jesus, yes. He was like the second host of Hot Tracks.
I don't remember.
You remember him. If you see him, you remember him.
If I see him, probably. I have a hard time still remember John Johnson and Roger Grimsby.
Really?
You know how long ago that was? Chuck Scarborough?
Yeah, that was in the 70s.
Oh, thank you. That's what I remember, the 70s and early 80s.
That was in the 70s, man.
You know, Roger Grimsby
my
got there
God.
and John Johnson asked, that was the smoothest newscaster ever.
Yes.
Hello, everybody. This is John Johnson.
Yes. Yes.
Chuck Scarborough was intense on NBC News.
Yeah. Him and Sue Simmons.
I had to hear it.
Oh my God.
Everybody out there with the vaccine mandate coming down, I do want to let you all know there are legal exemptions against getting it that you need to dig into. Look for the legal exemptions for your state, for your job, federal employees, regular private corporations. They are fining folks for not getting the vaccination, even if you try to use your religious exemptions. Y'all might want to start looking into that now. I did want to throw that in for the night. I know we're running over. Definitely. Everybody, look into legal exemptions for whatever your job is. Federal, private, state, city, county, the executive orders in your state, not just the presidential level, all that mess. Y'all need to dig that mess about to go down.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you right now, you don't want to get sick.
Specialty
don't want to
doctors
get
already
sick.
getting hit right now, man.
Yeah,
nurses are everything.
Yeah, nurses quitting.
Yeah,
I'm just
I
putting
just
it out
don't
there
like
for
it.
y'all, man.
I just don't.
That's my quick chat on that.
I don't like how they're bullying it though. It's like if people want to get it, they know where to go. We have the internet. We don't need to be reminded every day on the on the hour.
Yes.
But I mean, I really don't like it how you're not allowed to do your look up other alternatives.
No, you're allowed to. They're just not telling you.
Yeah, but I mean, but it's like, but even though you tell people, like,
if your job makes you find something, that statement is going to say exemptions are allowed as subject to law.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so look into that because people look at the dates and they get nervous. You're not reading the whole thing. I caught it.
I mean, like with my job and everything, like the owners, like I asked the owners and they said no, like they're not enforcing that on everybody because they understand everybody's situation and everybody's thoughts and opinions. So so pretty much they're just saying, if you feel you need to, do it. If not, it's okay. We understand nobody's going to lose their job because we need people, for one. And then two, a lot of the guys they all express their concern that a lot of them are uncomfortable and they don't like how pretty much putting the proverbial gun to your head, like get it or else.
Yeah.
So, but because the other guys, I have 2 or 3 other guys that are pretty much taking the route that I am. It's just, hey, stick to the nutritional science, eating the spinach, eating the greens, eating mushrooms, even though a lot of them hate veggies, but when I told them look it up and I showed them the information to look it up on the nutritional facts, now they're okay eating all this stuff. So I said, you could just eat it once a week. You can eat all the whatever you want throughout the rest of the week, but at least once a week, have the spinach, have the asparagus, have the zucchini, the Brussels sprouts, because that helps your immune system. Mushrooms and it's a proven fact, mushrooms is antibacterial and antiviral. It's a proven fact.
But it's
and
super
the whole,
fungal. It's super fungal.
Yeah. So I'm part of the crowd that's like, hey, I want to see him wait because it makes no sense how the polio vaccine took about 10 to 15 years, and then the other type of vaccine took 20 years for it to be perfected. So it's just like I'd rather just wait and see.
Right.
Fair enough.
I got you.
You see, they got Joe Rogan switching his stance.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan got on his show. He was there with Dr.
So, Yeah, and Gupta's like, yeah, he was backpedaling like, oh man, get me out of here.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah,
like,
he
yo,
got
I should
Rogan
have did
back
my
then.
homework before I came on
Yeah,
this show.
Yeah, now Rogan's out there talking about, yeah, the best thing for you to do is, you get it and you get sick. This way, that could work hand in hand and rebuild you and you get stronger immunity and whatnot. I
Well,
said,
some people
wow,
get it.
Rogan. You
Yeah, well,
said that,
you get it.
Rogan?
You get it,
Just a
and you
few
go through
weeks
them
ago, you were
symptoms.
saying something totally different.
Yeah,
Yes.
you got to decide whether you want to go through them symptoms or not. Being that he's a survivor, he's going to give a testimony, but he's also
Yep.
going to get
Yeah.
paid. Some of
Yeah,
those
but
they bunking the hell out of
because
this vaccine.
because he
Big
was
time.
saying he was taking. Yeah, he said he was taking all types of these vitamins and some other stuff he was taking, some
Ivermectin.
next level stuff. Yeah,
And
the
that's
horse, the warmer stuff.
yeah, but that's the thing, because that it's funny how CNN and MSNBC, they want to label that as horse dewormer when it's well documented. Even back in 2015, ivermectin got the Nobel Peace Prize because that was an essential medication. It's very essential, and pretty much globally, that anybody that caught COVID, a lot of doctors are prescribing ivermectin all over the world.
Not the U.S.
All over the world. So that right there, and then I read an article in the USA Today last week how another pharmaceutical company is having the vaccine in pill form, and Fauci is
Yeah.
totally 1000% against it.
Yeah, that pill form. They've been talking about that for
Yeah.
months. They've been talking about
Yeah.
that for months. This is going to work a whole lot
Who's
faster.
behind that pill form? Because I know Pfizer's doing one.
I thought
Pfizer's making one.
I thought
Is
it was
it
Johnson &
Pfizer?
Johnson. I'm not sure. I thought it was Johnson & Johnson.
Because Pfizer's making one, and I put money they're gonna approve the Pfizer one. Watch.
Because that makes them money.
Yeah.
The people will take the pill. They'll have the pill instead of the shot. People will.
Yeah.
But
It's
I'm
very
just gonna lean back. I'm just gonna sit back and wait and see. But until then, I'm just sticking to the nutritional science.
Gotcha.
I ain't mad at you.
Nope.
Yeah. Yeah, they had a 3-hour conversation, Dr. Gupta and Joe Rogan. So you should check that out, man.
I gotta pull that up. Yeah, I gotta pull that
up.
Yeah,
because Joe Rogan held his feet to the fire, and he was backpedaling.
Yeah.
There's like a 2-minute clip where Rogan is so aggressive.
Like, why he's like, why are you allowing your network to lie publicly?
That's crazy.
Yo,
it's kind of funny.
Gupta was like, yo,
he
they
kept
shouldn't have
saying
said
that.
that. He was like, they shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, and then the funny thing about it is Rogan had multiple doctors on there talking about ivermectin. Like, yeah, it's helpful, it's safe, blah blah blah. It's an alternative.
It's been used in the past. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So if you got doctors that tell you, yeah, ivermectin is a good alternative, why is the mass media and the government shunning it when it's really supposed to help people and you want people to get better? But I mean, that's probably like the other reason why I refuse the vaccine is because I know where to go if I want it. I don't need to be reminded. I know where to go.
You got to understand that standpoint, though. You know how freaking crazy that joint got to look, though? Like, yo, here's this thing. We going through this whole pandemic, you know what I mean? And the way to cure ourselves and save ourselves is through this horse shit, right? Like, yo, that's crazy, yo. Like, yo, the thing we've been giving these horses all this time might be helping us to help our immune system.
Yeah, but also though, this is another thing that I question is that how is it that
Mr. Two Extra?
Hey, Mr. Two Extra. Hey, man, where you been?
Yeah.
Yeah, where you been, dude? No, I mean, but the thing I question is, like, throughout the whole year, they're always talking about the pandemic. The pandemic is so bad, but yet you can't hang out at your buddy's house and watch the game, but yet it's okay to have a mass gathering for protest. That's okay.
Yeah.
And then when you see on TV, you see like that Met Gala how the high profile people can it's okay for them not to wear masks, but yet the help has to wear masks. Then they keep telling you, oh, you got to wear masks, do this, you got to get the vaccine, but yet the mainstream media and everybody else, they do the exact opposite.
Yep.
So that's why that's why I just tell people, man, to me, and the one thing that really annoys the hell out of me is when they were talking about it's the pandemic of the unvaccinated. Okay, so Fauci can't
That drew
answer
the
the
line. That
question.
drew the line to a lot of people.
Exactly,
Yeah.
but Fauci can't answer the question when he was asked. He said, "Okay, for those that are young that caught COVID, they have their antibodies are good. They have natural immunity. Why do they need to get the jab?
Agreed.
Even though if you do get the jab, you can still catch COVID, but
Yeah.
you're better protected naturally than having to get the vaccine. That's question number one. Then on top of that, when they were talking about it's the pandemic of the unvaccinated, there's a lot of people that cannot get the vaccination because it might cause them to die. You have a lot of
Exactly.
people.
Exactly.
You have a lot of people like
Yeah.
my best friend's mom. She's allergic to every fucking medication in the book. Same thing with my
Mhm.
ex-girlfriend. Any
Yeah.
medication she's allergic to. Then there's people with physical deformities, physical like Chrissy with her immune system. She could die from the vax. So
Yeah.
instead of just shunning people for not getting it, and I just wish that they could respect people who cannot get it and don't want it.
Yeah. Pretty much, man.
Straight up.
Pretty much. You know what I mean?
Because if you're gonna put the gun to my head and tell me to take the jab, I'm like, pull the damn trigger, pull it.
Oh man.
So,
Hey, we
man.
getting ready
Shout
to
out to
wrap
y'all
this up.
governor. Oh,
We
I was
getting
gonna
ready to
say,
wrap
shout out
this
to y'all
up.
governor, Texas governor there.
Put some respect on it. Yep. Yo, we getting ready to
Word
wrap
up.
this joint up, so I
Okay,
can
yeah, we
get up
good,
in
bro.
time and watch one fighting championship.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
Jesus
ready to
Christ.
watch the game tomorrow. Astros, baby.
I don't know what's happening tomorrow. I'm gonna do my music show tomorrow. I gotta see how I'm gonna do it. Smoke, if
Oh
you
You're gonna
still up
man.
there, man, jump on tomorrow. We can run it if you want to.
All right, fellas. I'm gonna talk to y'all.
Yeah,
appreciate you having
appreciate
me.
you,
I
man.
Thank you,
Appreciate you,
man.
Jojo. Good seeing you, Brian. Good
Word,
seeing
man.
you.
Good
Good seeing
seeing
Smoke
you,
too, man.
Joe.
Good seeing
Good
y'all. That's
seeing
what
you,
I love,
Brian.
y'all,
Tony,
man.
as usual.
T. Roney made it
Word.
through. She came through on a broadcast.
Word.
Peace.
Props to everybody in the chat, man.
Y'all hold
Later,
it down
y'all.
for real.
No doubt.
All right.
Oh, whatever, Sunday. Whatever.